This is Apocalypse Rising 2, a game which has far too many random events. A random event is a new place on the map which doesn't always occur. For example, at some point a helicopter crash would spawn on the map and soon thereafter it would despawn. That means every single thing that happens on the map that doesn't always occur is a random event. As always, we'll do it in alphabetical order. First off, we have the ambulance event, which spawns at these locations and doesn't really have much to it apart from you can get a small medkit or a health booster from it. We have the ATV event, which spawns in these locations, and it spawns this ATV, which can spawn these two mini bosses that drop either an Obrez Mosin or a filtered AKS-74U. It can also have a Cobra sight on the boxes on the back of the ATV and some Soviet ammo in the boxes. Next we have the bank truck or Balaclava Bandits event, which spawns at these locations. It spawns a bank truck with bullet holes in the sides and back and 3 Balaclava mini bosses with a pink, white and orange balaclava, with the pink one dropping a mini 14, the white one dropping a white softshell suitcase, and the orange one dropping a bar. Next we have a camp event, which spawns 3 tents around a campfire, which can spawn a Rasta hat or a brown guitar case in the tents, and which also spawns a zombie with a cowboy hat on, which drops a Model 29. Next is a military convoy which spawns at these locations and is a Humvee followed by a truck followed by a Ural, which has 2 military weapon cases, 2 military shipping crates and 4 ammo boxes, and it commonly spawns a 5.56 NATO battle pack on top of one of the military cases and spawns an attachment above 2 ammo boxes in the Ural. Next up is what I call Fishing Trip, and it spawns at these locations. There's nothing really special about it apart from it spawns 2 mini bosses, namely Cletus and Clyde, that both drop beef jerky, and there's a cooler near it that you can get some drinks from, but apart from that there's nothing really too good about it. Next we have a floating weapon case event which spawns at these locations and is essentially a weapon case, either being a Soviet weapon case, a Special Forces weapon bag, or a military weapon case floating on the water. Next we have a funeral hearse event which spawns at these locations and is 3 cars with a hearse in the middle that spawns a bunch of zombies in suits and a mini boss named an infected hearse bodyguard that drops an M1 Thompson and a water and his outfit. Now we have helicopter crash sites which spawn at these locations and are known for having military class weapons and even special forces class weapons, and are also the only way to get the insanely rare ghillie outfit parts in the military shipping crates. Next we have the Humvee blockade which spawns at these locations and are 2 Humvees perpendicularly on the road which have a military weapon case with an attachment usually on it and some ammo crates. Next we have this event which I just call Hoarders, and it spawns at these locations and it's just a sedan bringing behind a bunch of random containers. Now we have the party bus. Well, it's a truck but I still call it party bus, and it spawns at these locations. There's 2 different variants of it. There's yellow and there's magenta. They all spawn at the same locations, in which the yellow one has the mini boss at the back, the infected techno lord that drops a sweeper deagle and some of his clothing. And with the magenta one, there is an infected VIP that drops the magenta duffel bag and an Uzi. But apart from that, there's nothing really that special apart from some other mini bosses. So there's usually about 4 or 5 mini bosses in each truck. Next we have the pirate boat event that spawns at these locations and is an aluminium boat with a pirate outfit set on it, along with a chest which has 3 scurvy energy tonics in it and 1 sitting on top. It can also spawn the infected pirate, which drops a broadside loop pirate and a piece of his outfit. Next we have the plane crash event that spawns at these locations and has a Vietnam case and a random military weapon around it, along with a yellow equipment case and sometimes even a normal or heavy rucksack. Now we have this event which I call Plumbing Job, which isn't really special in any way, where you can get some drinks from some of the containers around it. Now we have the police blockade which spawns at these locations and has 2 police cars with usually 2 police zombies, and has 1 police weapon case lying on the hood of one of the cars that usually has an attachment on it, and beside it on the other car has a medical case and a equipment case next to it. but apart from that there's not really much you can get. Next we have what I call a smuggler boat, which is a small aluminium boat that usually has a weapon case, either Vietnam or just civilian, that can also have a rucksack and even a water in it with some barrels. Now we have a Spetsnaz camp, or a Soviet camp, that spawns at these locations and spawns a Spetsnaz zombie that either drops an AK-74 or a Spetsnaz AKS-74U, and 3 Soviet operator zombies that drop all AKSs. There are 2 Soviet weapon cases inside the tent that spawn only AK-74 pattern rifles, and it can also spawn a 5.45 Soviet ammo can behind one of the shelves in a corner of the tent. Lastly, we have the truck crash event, which spawns at these locations and has a special forces bag on the back and is the only way to get the operator XM1 from a mini boss that spawns with it. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See ya.